Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
All right, thank you for joining us again on another edition of the contemporary magazine program, Issues and Tissue on African Independent Television, AIT. Of course, here we discuss issues that relate to, individuals and, of course, society at large, from politics to religion to culture and societal activities and even sports, which is going to be our major talk today on the program. And then I have a guest in the studio with me today who is a professional athlete that will be talking on sports, particularly the sport boxing. We'll get to meet our athletes when we come back from the short break. My name is Nosarhiemen Usoh. Stay with us.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it. Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
All right, welcome back to the program. Now, as we all know, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics is underway right now, and a lot of athletes, a lot of countries are represented in this event. Now, one particular area that we're looking into today is the boxing aspects of sports. And if you are familiar with your sporting activities, you would be aware that Nigeria has no representative in boxing in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And the studio with me today, I have a professional boxer, Alex Road Ekorowa. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. All right. Now, can you introduce yourself to us? Tell us about Alex Road.
Alex Road is from Benin. I was born and brought up here in Benin City. I started my boxing here too in Benin. So at the time when I started boxing, I was schooling. After my school, I learned some job. I learned a job After my freedom, I come back to boxing again. When times run out, some was going, things gone better a little. I found my way to a European country. That's where I continue my boxing to again. That's where I turned professional over there in Germany.
Okay. Now, tell us what inspired you into being a boxer? There are so many other sports. There's football, there is basketball. Why boxing?
Um, I was into football. My my younger age, I play football very well. I'm a very good goalkeeper. Even as I'm still here right now, I can keep very well. But the time come in my area, there is a very good boxer now. They call Davidson under then. They call it Wonder Boy Davidson under. I used to see him jogging past my area there with dog and some other boys. I love the way he dressed when he's jogging, the way he jogged, you know. So, I told a friend that told me that we should go to a stadium and watch him Sunday when training. I went, I was in primary school then, very young. So getting there, there is a man in the stadium there. Then it's deaf and dumb. They allowed me to go in. So I was standing there by the gate. After some time, I saw Davis and there somebody carries his bag is coming out. He don't even looking, he's not even looking at our side, you know, but I was very happy to see him passing. Then I tried and tried. One day, I found my way into the stadium. I stand before the barbed wire. I was watching when he was doing some exercising by the field there. Then after that, when I got back home, I was thinking, I said, I have to do something. I love to be like this man. I sometimes when I'm going to school, I don't go to school. I will just, swap myself and go to stadium to go and be watching boxing. And that is how. Well, what I'm trying to say is that what really inspired me to boxing is Dave Sinande and Muhammad Ali. I have three people as my mentor: Muhammad Ali, Sugari Leland, and David Sinande.
Okay. Now, tell us, in what year exactly did you start boxing professionally?
I started boxing long ago. I think I was in primary 3 or 2 or so.
Professional boxing?
No. When I started boxing here in Nigeria, professional boxing. When I go into professional boxing,
Yes.
was not here in Nigeria. It's in Germany. And I turned professional in 2006.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 1996.
1996.
Yes,
so that's
a long time.
That's
Yeah.
about 26, 27 years now.
Yes.
Okay, so from there till now, how many matches have you fought?
I when I started stepping into the ring in Deutschland, fighting in amateur because I do amateur games there before I got a manager that turned me to pro. Understand me? In amateur I did a lot of fights. I think that's about 20 something fights in amateur. I lost and I won a lot. In professional, I have done about 17. I did one here. Oh, no, I did two here now in Nigeria.
Mm.
So the last one I did was in the Arkansas Cultural Center. That was 2014-15 here in Benin City, which I used to help a little child that was having a hole in the heart. So it was a charity fight.
Okay.
So
you donated the proceeds to
yes, everything. I thank God that the boys succeeded in the operation. We were looking for people to help us to take into India, but God do wonders. That God did his operation in the US. So it was not by my power; it was the power of God. I used some people, the NGOs that came out from Delta State, and our late Oba really support that event. So we succeeded. That boy is alive today.
Okay.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
I won't fight again. I will not fight again. I will not fight again. Wait for me. Let me go and watch the fight between Hokpati Komlaga and Annie Matthew and Alex Rood Ekowa. I will collect all the tactics of Alex Ekowa. Then I will come and finish you.
Alex want to fight?
Yes, at Ogbe Stadium, Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, on the 14th of August.
14 August?
Yes.
Time?
At 7 p.m. Don't follow me. Oh. I am going.
I'll follow you.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
Now, it seems like you've had a lot of fights, major fights outside Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay, now tell us your experience with boxing. Especially, a lot of people would feel that boxing is a very dangerous sport with the injuries, taking punches to the face and all of that. What was your experience with boxing?
Yeah, they are right. It's a very dangerous sport. And also I can say there is no sport that's not dangerous. Understand me? I can say that I'm lucky. I can't say that I'm too good, but I'm good in boxing. Um, One thing is this in boxing that if you prepared for the fight, you will have the victory before you get to the ring. If you prepare, really know you prepare, you are fit to fight. You know that you are going there for victory. You don't go to ring say that by luck I will win. No, you gotta prepare. There are a lot of challenges when you prepare for the fight. The injury, not even in the competition, the injury in the camp, can get injury. There is a fight I had here some time ago. 2 weeks to my fight, I have a very deep cut.
Even before the fight,
Yeah,
was this from training?
Before the fight, I have a very deep cut that I take stitches, about 4 stitches. I have 2 weeks for the fight. So
were you still able to
yes,
go on that fight?
if you watch the fight, you see I was always running. My opponent don't know why I was running because the doctor told me that if any point touch, the stitch should cut off. So I was always running. That fight was done there in Kenya. So and again, experience matters too. Experience. Before you can get that experience, there are a lot of sacrifice and pain. That is during training in boxing.
For someone that has been boxing professionally for about 25 years,
Yes.
I'm sure you have a lot of the experience you need.
Yeah.
Okay, now are there competitive belts like boxing belts that you have won, you've held years in boxing?
Yes, I have. Once I was international German champion. They call it Dutch Master. I was one UBA international contender. Then back home here, I was one undefeated national lightweight champion of Nigeria. That was during lucky winning and when sponsored me twice.
Okay.
That's what catapulted me when I get back to Europe. When I bring the record down to them, they not tell me, okay, you're a Nigerian champion, that you can go for African, we can even go for European champion. So that really take me high, elevate me up.
Okay.
Level there.
Okay. Now you just mentioned the issue of sponsorship, and like I said before, it looks particularly to me that you've had more of your fights outside of Nigeria. Why is this so? Why not fight more in your country instead of outside the country?
That's a very long story. That is the challenge in the game. Here in Edo State, that is my home, it is very difficult for you to get a sponsor. Except the only person that would love to sponsor you or to support you is the government, which I know. I go to anytime I have a fight to do.
Okay, so has the government been able to sponsor your fights?
What really happened?
Whether this present government or previous governments?
The only government that really sponsored me then was Lucky Benito. He sponsored everything about the boxing then. He sponsored me twice. Without other person or coming in, other body coming to sponsor. He did everything twice. Then during the time of our our past government of Adam Social, yeah, I write also the belt was sent to his office, like the UBO belt. Uh, we started were planning after a long time rejection of letter. They told me I should go and look for sponsor elsewhere, but I didn't stop there. But I met with this late principal secretary to show me then, Mr. Olaiton, late Olaiton. The man told me that I shouldn't worry that you go to talk to the governor, they're going to release some money for me, that this is a good thing coming to Edo State, that fight must be hold. I was very happy that after 1 week or two, the man was assassinated.
Okay.
So that really affected that game there. So I didn't stop there. When I travel, I come back again. I think I have to do something. Understand me? So that's where I am today.
Okay, so how long has it been now since your last fight?
That's a very long time here in Nigeria. I was 2014 to 15 here in Benin City.
Okay, since then, what have you been up to?
I'm still into sport. I everything about my life is sport. I don't have any other work I do. Sometimes I'm around, sometimes I leave. But all I know is sport.
Okay, now the current government, the present government, what are they doing in terms of supporting your, sporting ambition?
Yeah. The present government, I send a proposal to them.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
I won't fight again. I will not fight again. I will not fight again. Fight. Wait for me. Let me go and watch the fight between Hokpati Komlaga and Annie Matthew and Alex Root Ekowa. I will collect all the tactics of Alex Ekowa. Then I will come and finish you.
Alex want to fight?
Yes, at Ogbe Stadium, Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, on the 14th of August.
14 August?
Yes.
Time?
At 7 p.m. Don't follow me. Oh. I am going.
I'll follow you.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
2 years ago, concerning this fight we are sitting talking about here now, the government put some money in it. We were asking of about I think about 7 to 8 million for this fight. So the now put 2.8 million on it. So to start with, I have to reach to other corporate bodies and which nothing comes out of it. But the only The only phone we had to start this was only money government out. Yeah. So, and also me myself, I have to try to do something because we are promoting, we are fighting. Understand me?
Yeah.
It's like my organization have a promoter license, I have a manager's license, and I have a license of a boxer. Understand me? So the MBBFC there are always strongly behind me, not by funding, but any paper I need that they want it to work. Then about the money aspect of your sponsorship. The money was what we were using. That time the jingle was out, banners everywhere. We have about a few days to get to the days of the fight. Then COVID-19 put a stop to everything.
Okay.
So all that we spent was everything go out. Nothing happened. So it's like you take a basket to the river, nothing come back home. So I have to start again from scratch. Understand? I have to tell some friends. People promise they don't do anything. Understand me? I don't blame anybody because it's like the government that really recognize boxing. It's not here in India. The only thing I'm happy in this government of the day today is our deputy governor. I always call him champion.
We know the deputy governor is someone who
Yes.
loves sports.
Deputy governor have been strongly behind me because he's in charge of sports. Understand? Anytime I see deputy governor, I'm always happy because it's like somebody that is lighting a dry leaf, is putting fire on it the way I feel when I see him. There is no sport that man don't do. I play golf, I play football, I do judo. It's not easy.
Okay. Now, do you have any match that you want to maybe in the future, or is there a match planned right now?
That I'm having right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm having a fight on the 14th
Now on the 14th
of this very month.
this month,
Yes,
August.
August at Samuel Stadium. I'm fighting for a GBF title, world title.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex Rood Ekorowa. Yeah, Alex is an international professional boxer. Yeah, and he has just said he has a match coming up, and of course, at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. That's the much we will take on the program today. We will also be here again next week, Wednesday, with Alex Ekorowa to talk more about this particular coming fight and his preparation for the fight. Until we'll see you again next week, same time, same station. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, my name is Nosarhiemen Usoh, and this is Issues and Tissue on African Independent Television, AIT.
I won't fight again. I will not fight again. I will not fight again. Wait for me. Let me go and watch the fight between Hokpati Komlaga and Annie Matthew and Alex Rood Ekowa. I will collect all the tactics of Alex Ekowa. Then I will come and finish you.
Alex want to fight?
Yes, at Ogbe Stadium, Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, on the 14th of August.
14 August?
Yes.
Time?
At 7 p.m. Don't follow me. Oh. I am going.
I'll follow you.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.